Alright, well, hello and welcome to a Napoleon Total War replay battle. In this match, I played as Great Britain, and my opponent Vander Byl played as Prussia. Now, this is actually a matchup I really like. Um, it's interesting because, like, they both have good lights, but Prussia has somewhat better ones. Oh, hey, there's a guy there that's playing Napoleon. Hey, buddy. Anyway, they both have good lights, but Prussia's are a bit better, and Britain's line are a bit better. So accordingly, I've brought a whole bunch of line. I brought, one, two, three, four, five regular foot, I think it was. No, six, seven regular foot, a Highland foot, and two King's German Legion foot, three dragoons, and my general's bodyguard, or staff. And he brought, his five lights. Oh, I still brought offensibles. He brought more cav than I did, fewer infantry, so he bought like three lancers, and two hussar type guys, hussars and the Loitzos. One of his four lancers, right? One of his lancers are the Tawarzis? I don't know how to pronounce it. Here he's got musketeer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 musketeers, 2 foot guard, and of course a general's staff. So first of all, I gotta commend this guy. He really runs up the field. So good on you, Vander Byl. So my first thought here is like, okay, I have a lot more infantry than he does. He's got some of his guys like in reserve. I'm gonna try to push up here, but he does something pretty good actually. He shifts way over this way, and he kind of actually does a very good job of taking the momentum from me early on. So you see here, now he's starting to push in. I do react fast enough and get my lights like facing his. I've got these little fencibles. I like to bring them anyway, but I especially like to bring them in matchups like this where it's good lights versus slightly better lights. And one thing you see here, okay, so he's going ahead and charging in his lancers. I think he overcommits here, and honestly, like, okay, like this is good. Like, he's gonna get in on my lights here quite well, but I shoot a lot of them here. I have all these line backing it up. I have these two line. I have this line. Like, I'm just going to kill a bunch of the lancers that way. And, so I'm going to run them away. These lights are close enough that my... Oh, and here he does a charge. Completely unsupported. Two of them at the same unit. And I form square there. So all I do here is I just kind of... I still manage to run away most of my lights. I bring my general in to support him. My fencibles get caught up in the melee here. But already, like, look. Two of his lancers are gone. He does try to continue down here, but I form square on time, and I have these guys. I give the order to unsquare. I don't know that I do it well enough. And look, like, he's lost his lancers already. He's lost, a bunch of, like, 4 cav to cause some damage to my lights, but not really enough. So here, and like here, he should have charged those cav in after these foot guards are in position. Like, I'm already getting my King's German Legion back into line. Here I go ahead and just do kind of a brief charge. I see he's moving his line still. I want to hit his lights. So I just kind of do a bit of a harassment to disorganize, form these guys into square. Especially because, like, he's facing my guys in square. I want to get his into square. And I try to run my cav away, but it's a little too late. And here, he's got a really strong momentum, so I retreat back. So he's done a very good job. Like, let's do big picture here, okay? One thing he's done a very good job at, my line is a mess, and his is pretty organized. So what I go ahead and do is I try to bring these guys in to support my lights, because this is where I'm gonna have a disadvantage. And also, like, as Britain, I really gotta make an infantry play, right? And here, I just retreat my lines back. And now, Okay, other big picture thing. He's got no cav left, right? So I don't really need to worry too much about supporting his line. I can peel this infantry away. And yeah, he's shooting my King's German Legion foot pretty well here. But I'm forming a new line that, and is bringing my general over to help support. Oh yeah, I always forget about inspire, but this one I inspire these lights to give them a bit of extra accuracy. And here they're doing a pretty good job now, and I've got good like enfilade fire here. I've got a good angle on him, right? And these infantry are a little too, these foot guards are a little too far back. And yeah, now my lights are hurting because they're placing these really good fusiliers. So I really bring up this infantry to help. And other big mistake he's making here. Like, look, these musketeers, they haven't really been in fighting at all, but they've already lost a whole bunch of their guys. Oh, so here goes my cav charge. I managed to get into these musketeers. He formed a square with the foot guards, so I just retreat out those cav. And these guys, I just, keep them in here. Like, so these guys were firing, not anymore. Engaging them with my dragoons. While meanwhile, these ones pull back. And I'm able to, yeah, right here. I'm comfortable with this exchange where my foot are fighting with his lights while the rest of my lights fight these two lights. And here, yeah, I just kind of try to continue down the line a bit. Get away from being shot by these foot guards. Get in with his, fusiliers and these musketeers a little bit. I know these cav don't have much left. And meanwhile, like, I can just do a big push with my infantry up here. I still have one cav. And this is causing enough disruption, I think, to really be worth it. And now he starts trying to retreat, which I don't blame him for that. He probably needs to. Though, I think he's at the point now where only a huge error, he doesn't really have many options. It would require a huge error from me for him to win, and he doesn't really have the ability to force errors anymore. So, like, he's kind of lost it, here. Would have been nice if my cav were, like, here already. I could punish this retreat more. Or just in general, closer, but that's fine. I just push up. Here, he's trying to kind of reform, like, a line, like, this way, I think. And I managed to get some infantry to do some flanking fire on these mostly unhurt musketeers. And I managed to get a few pot shots off there. But yeah, here you see I definitely get some good shots on those musketeers. And yeah, I mean, there's not much left to say about this fight. He has good... This guy did well. He microed it well. The one thing I think is he made a big picture strategic error early on by doing an, like, basically all or nothing cav charge on my lines. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up. So yeah, he kites a bit, and I chase him, and he kites a bit. And I chase him, and here's kind of where he makes his stand. And he forms this little L shape, so, like, right here... Oh, I missed it. I forgot, but he tried to charge his general at this line. Formed square, and the general died almost immediately. Have these cav charge these musketeers. He forms square, so, I run them away. And just shoot him. And here, I just keep shooting him. So yeah, sorry I missed his brave general charge, and here... He just does the bro move and does a full-on bayonet charge. And when someone does that, I like to meet them. So, good game. I think if you hadn't overcommitted on those cav, you would have done a lot better. Maybe pulled them out once you achieved your disruption instead of having them fight to the death like that. But other than that, very good game, very fun game. Thanks for playing with me.